Oakley dokley.
Rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. All
Do you remember
right.
the intro?
I do. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Mimosas with Mickey. That's Mike.
I'm Mike. That's Ruthie.
I'm Ruthie. And tonight, I'm really excited about what we're going to be talking about. We are going to be talking about non-ride park experiences. So this should be a lot of fun. Non-ride park experiences at Walt Disney World.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Am I ready? I'm always ready.
All right, well, let's go.
What are we doing? Oh, 3.
We're Mimosas with Mickey.
Mimosas with Mickey. 3,
2,
2, 1. Uh-oh. What did you do to me? It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Oh, my God. This is going to hurt. Reagan. Producer Reagan. Duck. Wait, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Opa!
Oh, there's equipment over there.
All right, non-ride park experiences. So what do we mean by that? So I'm going to go back a little bit to a little bit of Walt Disney history.
Well, you're going way too fast.
I am.
I got to pour.
We'll pour.
I'm trying.
Walt Disney, the way he came up with the whole idea for Disneyland Park, which then expanded to Walt Disney World, which then expanded to Europe, which then expanded to Tokyo and Shanghai and all of the parks, and now coming up on Abu Dhabi, which I've got thoughts on for another episode.
That's another episode.
All of it came about because Walt Disney was at Griffith Park.
That's foamy. Keep going.
Was at Griffith Park with his 2 daughters, and they were riding the carousel. And he's sitting on a bench. And he was thinking, how fun is this that I'm at a park with my daughters? And would it be wonderful to make a place where parents and children could be together at parks? His original thought was not, how great are these rides going to be? His thought wasn't, how many roller coasters are we going to have? His thought wasn't, what are these dark rides going to look like? His thought was a place, a park, a place where parents and children could experience fun things together. So that's kind of where we're going off of tonight. So what I want to talk about is that each of the 4 parks in...
You have my glass.
Okay, try.
I get Mickey. Cheers.
Mini cheers.
Mini cheers to everybody.
At each of the parks at Walt Disney World, what are our favorite things to do that are not rides or attractions? Because I think your first time that you go to the parks, you're very much about, I got to go to all the rides. I got to go to all the rides. And we're at a point where we don't have to do that all the time, right? I mean, we love the rides. Wait.
Okay. I'm just going to say, this lady over here, I swear to God, has the lightning lanes or whatever they come up with. I will tell you right now, I do not have to wait in line for anything in any park. And we do hit rope drop. We got about 15 rides before the sun comes up at times.
I'm good at doing the rides, but I'm saying if we were to go and not do rides, what would we do?
I understand I understand your premise, but you love the rides. So let's just go with, what do we get to do when I want some downtime?
Or if you're someone with motion sickness, if you're someone with a traveling partner who can't do the rides for one reason or another, what are some fun things to do? That's where I'm going with, okay?
So, relief band, you guys look out for us in the future because I'm going to promo your stuff. You get motion sickness, look it up, Amazon, relief band, it's good stuff.
Okay.
Check it out.
Let's start with Magic Kingdom.
But they're not a sponsor yet.
Yeah.
What?
Call me. Let's talk about Magic Kingdom first.
Magic Kingdom.
So Magic Kingdom, I'm just going to lay it out there. My very favorite thing, and there's others, but at Magic Kingdom, a non-attraction, I'm just going to say Main Street. Just being on Main Street. Looking up at the windows and, looking at who the cast members are. They're listed in the windows. Being on Main Street and people watching the people come into the park for the first time and like seeing the castle. Because it's so amazing and they're so happy and they cry like me. Or they're getting their picture taken on Main Street in front of the castle and the people
they're getting their picture taken from the time you step on the Main Street till you get to the castle.
Yes. The people watching for me on Main Street is a great attraction.
Okay. There is a quarter of the way in to Main Street. You take a right. There's a little alley right there. And there's tables back there. So I don't like the crowds. And honestly, those picture takers, they will stop right in front of you without warning. And that's not for the photographers that are professional
Right.
there. That's just people stopping in front of you. So with the crowds and everything, there is a nice little nook that you can go and get some downtime,
Yep.
see the crowds going by, take a look up the windows. That's good stuff over there. And you can kind of find your private place over there.
Yeah.
That is nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. But Main Street for me is really crowded.
Okay.
That's
Well,
that's not an endpoint for me.
what's your favorite little calm moment, or not even a calm moment? What's your favorite non-ride at Magic Kingdom?
Non-ride at Magic Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to say, and they're tearing it down. That really frustrates me.
Yeah.
But I love going to Liberty Square. And as far as trying to get away, you got parades that come over there. You got the drill teams and whatever schools coming out. They go by really quick. You've got the steamboats going. You got the ships going by.
Well, let's clarify. What's being torn down is the rivers of America. So the river that the steamboat goes on and Tom Sawyer Island are both being demolished to make way for Cars Land.
Cars Land.
Liberty Square is still going to be there, but you mean that area where you could look out over the rivers of America?
That whole area on that walkway over there, because when we wanted to get away from the crowds, they used to have that walk, or they still do have that walkway, and it used to be smokers. And I'm not going to say I'm a fan of taking the smoking in the parks away, because I know that I've been traveling with people that needed that, and they had to leave the park and come back in. So I know that's kind of a touchy thing. But that being said, the place where they had the smoking designated, there's a walkway right on that riverway.
Yeah.
And with everything going on around you, it was a good getaway.
You could go down there and get away.
Yeah.
It's a great place to watch fireworks from also. If you don't need to be on the front of the castle to see the projections, that is a great area to watch the fireworks from.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic Kingdom doesn't have a lot of downtime.
I'm going to give you one other little spot at Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
And that is also in Liberty Square. There's the old Christmas shop. And behind the Christmas shop is a little bitty courtyard. And there's a gate on it. And there's a table and some chairs inside it. And a lot of people think, okay, there's a gate there. You're not supposed to go there. It's totally fine. You can open the gate. You can go in there and sit there. And you're kind of out of the walkway.
This is true.
It's a little sacred space where you can sit there and be calm. If you happen to be able to get there with like a funnel cake or, your little fruit waffle from Sleepy Hollow. I'm just saying that's a nice little place that you can sit and be out of the way.
Okay. Again, I'm going to go with Magic Kingdom not really being a park that you're not going to be focused.
How about that's a place you could watch for children having meltdowns?
This is true, and that goes back to the Liberty Square.
Yeah,
because parents bring their kids over
Oh,
there.
yeah, absolutely.
With the frosty thing, and they get them sugar to calm them down. Not a good plan, parents. But anyway, so I got a question.
Okay.
Does the Swiss Family Robinson tree count as a ride?
It's an attraction.
Because that is really getting out of the crowd.
It is getting out of the crowds. No one is ever in line for the Swiss Family Robinson tree.
Okay.
But you like it. I mean, we can talk about that.
No, I do. It's a good getaway. Excuse me. The perspective is above the park.
Right.
And the breezes are good on a hot day. And tons of shade.
Absolutely.
Nobody's really pushing you.
Yeah. If people are trying to run past you, just pull over and just let them go.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So Magic Kingdom doesn't have a ton of these places.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So the next one I'm going to go to has a lot. We're going to Epcot.
Huh.
I think you and I could go to Epcot and spend a day without going on a single ride and be totally fine.
Oh man, I don't think that's honest of you, but I'm going to give you that.
Okay, because let me say this:
Guardians?
Really? I love Guardians, but I don't consider the aquarium a ride.
Okay, so she started off the program, and she was talking about Walt in the park watching his girls. So there's not a lot about the new reconstruction that I have been a fan of, but there is one thing, and it was a really, really cool moment. And the people around us were really, really cool to give us space to take these pictures. It is Walt sitting on a bench, looking out over Epcot, and it has a place for people to sit next to Walt and take pictures. And yes, you did tear up. and you're tearing up now because that was a really special moment for you to have. That area there's no rides over there. It's a big step down. There's trees. There's places to
just a calm
sit. It's
place
a
to sit.
calm place to be. And you got your picture taken with Walt there. And I thought that was really cool. Epcot, to me, and I'll give you my second place. I mean, we already told the story about my kids outside of Germany. Get me a beer, watch the fireworks, pour one out for me. That's a good story.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, the place that people don't know to go, and I swear it is one of the quietest, tranquil, best places in Epcot. Go to the Canada Pavilion and get you whatever the beer they're selling. Go over to England, get a Guinness. I don't care. Walk over to the gardens.
In the UK.
In the Canada.
Oh, the Canada.
The Canada
yes, those
ones,
are gorgeous.
you go back behind. Yes, I know what you're saying, but too many people go there.
Yeah.
The ones in Canada,
Yeah.
you go back. There's waterfalls and there's
Gorgeous.
It is phenomenal. Nobody goes back there. It's like they don't think there's anything
Yeah.
back there, and it goes way back too.
There are so many spots like that because I'll go to the Japan Pavilion also. If you go up to the patio that's off of the back of the quick service restaurant in Japan,
Yes.
which is up on the back of the koi ponds, they're
And they
all
have more koi pans up
yeah,
there
and
too.
lots of koi and all these private little areas
Yeah.
that are just quiet and serene.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of a theme park and you're thinking this is serene. I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, and again, favorite park. I mean, adult beverages all over the place. So you get to go grab something, walk around, kind of hang out, find your. I mean, we found a spot between the front of the park and the World Showcase. Over by the restaurant, if you walk not towards the restaurant and you go around, there's
Which restaurant?
I don't know, the one on the left.
Give me a theme.
When I don't know. We've only been there once. We don't take the bridge straight across. You go to the left and you go over that rock, and then the monorail goes over it. And we sat there drinking mimosas.
Oh, over by the Odyssey Pavilion. Yeah. It's not a restaurant. It's the Odyssey Pavilion. Yes.
They sell food there.
Yeah. Well, they have festival booths set up there. Yeah.
And you're not talking about the same place then. But the monorail goes there.
Yeah.
And you can sit and
watch the monorail
go by and drink.
And
your
the flowers
beverage.
are gorgeous there. You have a beautiful view.
Honestly, if you're going to go you could spend the entire day at Epcot. And there's
not
not a lot of rides there anyway, so it's really this is kind of cheating throwing this park in there.
Okay.
Because if it wasn't for Guardians,
you wouldn't have to ride a ride.
I wouldn't have to ride anything over there.
Living with a land?
You know? Well, okay, soaring. Keep going. I
Okay.
mean, there's cool rides over there. I'm just saying. And it's not a ride, but I'm going to go watch the manatees all day.
And the manatees are a great point. But I'm going to bring up one last thing that is
Okay.
from the time that you went when Epcot first opened as a child. Over in front of Journey into Imagination, the Figment ride that needs a major redo. I mean, I love it
Yes,
because
it
this
does.
Figment bay needs a major redo. But in front, you have the jumping fountains.
Yeah, 16 years old, still playing like a little kid. The fountains, the water was going over you, and you're still trying to knock it out of the air.
You watch it go from place to place.
And the waterfall that went up instead
yes,
of down.
the waterfall flows up.
Yep.
That's a lovely place to just sit there and relax and look at a beautiful place at sunset.
But I will tell you, I mean, this is the adulting at Disney. Kids are want to go do Maelstrom or Frozen or whatever it is, and they're going to want to do Ratatouille, and they're going to want to do all the rides. There are rides at Epcot, but for adults, I think it is the best part to go
Having
hang out.
just as a calm place to be.
Adult
and relax.
beverages, spaces to sit out of the sun.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Epcot is, top of my
That's
list
probably
right
our
there.
top one
Yeah.
for this. Let's move on to Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump off with I know is one of your favorite areas, but I know you got another one you want to cover. And this is the tree outside of Baseline Tap House. So Baseline Tap House is a little lounge that is across from Star Tours.
It is the best pretzels in the park.
They have a fantastic pretzel.
Yeah.
They've got a bunch of beers on tap. They got a few cocktails. They got a charcuterie, but there's this big tree out in the patio for it.
Yeah, right in the middle.
You get a spot under that tree or under an umbrella. People watching. You see the people going in front of Star Tours, about to go over to Muppets, which is about to be torn down. Rest in peace, Muppets.
Stay hard.
going over going over into Batu. But it's kind of at a corner. You got a lot of people watching, but this lovely space to just sit and relax. And I mean, there's times that we've rope dropped baseline tap house. We have.
We
So
have, yeah.
we like the first thing we go there. Okay, they're open. We're the first people in line to go in because it opens a little bit after park open.
I'll sit at the tree. You'll stand in line
Yeah.
when they open up.
Yeah, go in and order our food. So it's a lovely place. But I know you've got another one you want to discuss.
Oh, Batu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Batu?
I mean, Rise is there. People rope drop Rise. I mean, you got Millennium Falcons there. You got Savi's, Olga's. You've got things to do in there. But as far as a place for to hang out, again, on the Muppet side, coming from baseline, walking in that way and not into the Toy Story area.
Yeah.
Going through the cave cavern area, and then the sound changes for me. Then you go from one park to the other, and the sounds and the smells are really masters.
You go from hearing music to hearing like weird insect noises.
Yeah, jungle noises.
And spaceships going overhead.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's really cool.
And it's just so subtle, but so immersive just in the sound. If you just stand there and just listen for a while, you feel like you are absolutely somewhere different.
And then even going from the Resistance base, where is the jungles, and walking into the town, the
marketplace,
and the noises and the smells change there. Mm-hmm. But if you haven't been on your phone, you got to do Play Disney. I've racked up so many bounties there.
Well, the Play Disney app. If you download the Play Disney app, and you can go on, and it tells you, do you want to go into Galaxy's Edge? Mm-hmm. And there's all these games you can play on your phone as you're walking around.
First Order, Resistance.
It tells you to go find a crate in a certain corner, and you scan it with your phone, and then it tells you to do things, and you get points. And it's funny because you see the people who know what they're doing walking around with their phones in the corners. And you're like, that guy knows it. That guy gets it. As opposed to people are just going, okay, this is cool.
I know every square inch of that area. I've been sent on Easter egg hunts all over that place. Mm-hmm. And not once, twice, but like 10 times you go to the same area finding something different.
Yeah.
But that being said, I could spend all day there.
Yeah.
And never do a ride.
Yeah.
Never need to, but yeah.
I want to add one more place. It's not one you and I spend a lot of time at, but when we've gone by there, I really like it. And this is Echo Lake. Which Echo Lake is the area over in front of Indiana Jones that has the Gertie statue. So Gertie is the dinosaur. It was one of the first stop motion animation animations that was done. Yeah. Gertie's based on. But it's a really calm place right there around the lake. She's got a little ice cream stand. But if you want to just sit there around the lake, look at the lake, people watch.
That part outside of Indiana Jones area doesn't get a lot of traffic through it. So you literally can sit there and just hang.
Yeah.
And not get into the crowds.
Yeah.
So stay away from Toy Story Land.
Toy Story Land, there's nothing calming. I love Toy Story Land, but there's nothing calming in the entire place.
Nope. Nope. Now, if you do head towards, Tower of Terror, the restaurants on the left-hand side.
So along Sunset Boulevard, it's the little farmers market area along Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, but behind them, so you get your stuff. There's a lot of nice covered seating back over there that's out of the way.
Absolutely.
It's a good hang place.
Yeah, and they've got things like fruit, and you could eat a margarita and an orange. So,
Yes.
All right, so last park, Animal Kingdom. Some say last park, best park. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom has a bunch of fantastic spots that are not rides. And again, a park that is not all about the rides. As a matter of fact, it was designed not to be around rides. It was designed to be around animals. Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of cheat. I want to leave out the animal trails in this. I want to leave out the Maharaja Jungle Trek. I want to leave out Gorilla Falls trails. Those are non-rides where you go and look at the attractions. You go and look at the animals. But that's not really what I'm talking about this, but because yes, those are non-ride things to do. They're beautiful. I highly recommend them, but I'm trying to talk about the other things that people maybe miss.
Okay.
You have one. You found something wonderful for us last time.
I did find something wonderful. So if you've ever seen the monkey cage that looks across to Everest and then there's a lagoon, you'll notice that it's a very convoluted park to get around in. The hub and spoke doesn't really work. I mean, you've got to go to one area to get to
Yeah.
the other areas.
Everything comes from a Discovery Island.
Yeah, Discovery Island. So there is just a normal food stand where you go up, order your food, and it looks like there's some seating just to the
Flame Tree Barbecue is the one we're talking about.
Flame
It's a
Tree
quick
Barbecue.
service restaurant.
Yes, quick service, and there's some seating just to the left of it, and that's great into itself.
It's on its way over to what was the dinosaur land, what they're getting ready to redo to South America.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything, but it's on the way there.
Yeah, so we go in there, and I found if you walk by the building straight towards the lagoon, oh my God, it opens up. People are asleep on benches.
Well, there's these covered gazebos with ceiling fans and this breeze.
Nobody's there.
No one's there. It's quiet.
It's quiet, and it's the best little getaway spot, and it's the best view.
Yeah.
You're looking at Everest. You're looking at the lagoon, and nobody's over there.
Yeah.
They will be now because you're watching the podcast and everything like that. So good, good for you. Enjoy the day over there. But no, that was my little hidden gem over there. And literally, it was funny because the first time we walked back there, we got this pavilion to ourselves. We got ceiling fans going on under shade. We're sitting there, and I look over, and there's this one dude on a bench just out, cold,
sound asleep.
I mean, it was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Someone was back there with a stroller with their kid was asleep back there. Yeah. So the other one I want to talk about is a little bit more well known. And I'm talking about Nomad Lounge at this point. So Nomad Lounge is a lounge that's associated with Tiffin's, which Tiffin's is a fantastic restaurant, fantastic sit down, highly recommend it, fantastic food, fantastic service, fantastic experience. But Nomad is a lounge associated with it. You can get on the walk-up list for Nomad Lounge starting at 10 a.m. It's on the way to Pandora. So when you're going to Pandora, it's on the right. The lounge has some great indoor area, but if you can get on the patio for Nomad Lounge, you're outside on the water, on the river. You're sitting on couches. They have fantastic drinks. You can get a lot of charcuterie. They got churros. I mean, it is one of those spaces that you just want to sit there and say, okay, I'm couldn't be any more relaxed.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem with that place is you do have to get there early, put your name on a list, and hope you get on the patio and not inside.
Yeah. They'll text you at some point. You can request the patio and they'll say, okay, it'll be an hour longer, and that's fine. You wander away, you go ride some rides, you go look at some gorillas, and they'll text you and tell you to come back.
The benefits of Tiffin's versus the place I told you, you got to carry your beverage from wherever you get it over to my area.
Yeah, at Nomad you can order it.
You can order it there.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference on that for adulting.
Yeah.
So
that's it. I mean, we really just wanted to give you some spots today. No?
No, you missed a park. I know. It's really tough to do.
Help me.
But you did. So I'm just going to throw this because we're adulting. We're all adults here. We know that the kids are annoying out there. I love the meltdowns. Everything's good. I'm just going to throw this out there for all the videos that are out there, all the TikToks, all the Instagram reels and everything. Everybody's got their perfect pub crawl. I will tell you at Disney, they don't know what they're doing. And the Skyliner one is the hardest, least satisfying pub crawl that I could ever watch and tried to do.
It's just, you're going a long way and every place takes a while.
Not good. Epcot, that's obvious. I mean, if you're pub crawling, you're just going drinking around the world. There's a ton of stuff out there on that. But I'm just going to go downtown Disney on you because...
Sorry, Disney Springs. It's been called that for about 15 years now.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Downtown Disney, West Coast. Disney Springs, East Coast.
Okay, I just got back from the other one.
Yeah, you're confused. What are we doing? Oh, I know where you're going.
Really? Seriously?
Yes. I don't know how I missed this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it isn't rides that you're going to do there per se. I mean, there's tons of restaurants. You got Cirque du Soleil. You got the Lego store. You got the Lego store. You got the boat rides going on there. Or the cars that turn into boats riding around the lagoon. You got the little balloon that goes up and down. So all these aside, if you want to truly just partake and find spots to move around,
Dockside Margaritas.
Dockside Margarita is the best place to go.
That is Mike's spot.
So
Dockside
really
Margaritas is over. You pass the Disney store, kind of between the Disney store and Ghirardelli. It's right on the water, and they have a to-go area. But you go to the back, and they have a little bar, and you're right on the water. There's always a live musician, usually like steel drums or acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
standing there.
Yeah. And you can watch the volcano,
At
the
Rainforest
Cafe going off, the boats in the lagoon. And if you get lucky, I don't know if they're doing this anymore, but that's a great place to watch the drone show that they had
It's
out
over.
there. Oh man, I'm just so far behind the times. I didn't even get to see it.
I know. However, dockside margaritas, spot on.
So 99% of the time, I get to start my Disney adventure at, what are we calling it now? It's Disney
Springs.
Disney Springs. Okay. I get started at Disney Springs, and I always start at the margarita place, and I get my jalapeno margarita. Sit there on the dock, listening to another place for singer. I mean, they got a guy on acoustical,
Or a
over
steel
there.
drum or something.
Steel drum or something sitting over there. But that's where I start my adventure at, and
That's where you know vacation has begun.
that starts everything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have anything to do with the rides. It has
Nope.
to do with
Doesn't have to do with the mouse.
I am set.
Right.
I'm in vacation mode right now. This is where I need to be. This is how it starts.
Yep.
So that's what I wanted to end that with. Because,
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, to having times away from rides.
Oh, there we go. Clink.
And until next time, like, follow,
Comment your
comment.
favorite place.
I want to hear your
where
favorite.
You guys hang out
your
at,
favorite
right?
non-ride activity. Absolutely. We'll talk about it next time. We're on YouTube, Insta, Spotify, all the places.
Yeah.
Let us know what else you want to hear about. And until next time, we'll see you real soon. Remember, Mickey. Bye.
Hasta luego.